What's going on there, YouTube?
What's up out there, YouTube?
It's SCL0320.
This is Joe Johnson 020.
Representing JVS. We are back for another review for Rick and Morty. This is the third season, third episode, Pickle Rick. That's literally the title, and that is where this episode starts off with. It's got Morty literally combing his hair, and he's like hearing his grandfather, come here, and then all of a sudden you see him find Rick in the garage as a pickle. And like Morty tries to make sense of it, like why do it? And at first you're kind of like, why the heck did he do it? And then you come to find out that the family's supposed to go and go to therapy, and that's Rick's way of getting out of it, essentially. But he legitimately gets himself in a metaphorical pickle because I think this cat, it was a cat, like starts playing with him or whatever.
Yeah.
And knocks him down the drain. And then he goes down the drain, Five goes west style. From there, everything just, it's two different things that are going on. Beth and the kids are having real legitimate therapy. This therapist is actually really good. And breaking down all the different walls and dissections and the facets of their problems. And then Rick is just trying to sit there and survive. And everything that happens after that is just insane, brilliant, and hilarious. What was your take on the episode? I mean, I don't even know where to go.
Like
this.
I thought, I mean, I saw the previews for this episode, and even like going into it, I thought like first probably like 5 minutes, I thought was, this episode was kind of going to be filler.
Yeah. But
it's really well thought out. Like it doesn't feel like filler at all. Like they kind of, at first start of the episode, they shift the focus on, not the issues with the family, but it's like, oh, Rick's this pickle. And then it's later on, it's like, no, we're still kind of talking about what's going on with the family, and it's like, everything ties into one another, and like the whole therapy session is like, it's really deep. Like it's very thought out. Like from a writer's standpoint, it's very well thought out.
Yeah.
I was really impressed by this episode, actually. Like yeah. So like you guys might be some geniuses.
Yeah,
like,
because
low key, like
I think Joe said the most perfect statement. This has so much replay value. I mean, from an entertainment standpoint, of course. Like you got like this random character in Jaguar that now is just, I don't know. It was just all the scenes with Rick as a pickle were animatic masterpieces. Like some of the fight sequences, they were like deep. Like it was to a point that like, what was the movie reference when he had him cornered? The John Wick situation.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, Rick is a savage. Like, he is a straight up savage. I'm curious to see what Rick would have been like as a younger Rick. Because he is just, he's just straight savage, dude. But either way, when he gets to the therapy session and he decided to go, like he didn't have a choice because he needed the serum. But at the same time, like, he decided to go and sit there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have easily broke it up and kind of like, give me the serum right now.
Because like, I'm dying.
Yeah. But he just sits there and listens to this therapist and pleads his case. And the therapist really makes a thought-provoking discussion. And like, I think it was one of the most smartest and realest moments that I think they'd ever really had. And even Rick talking to the Jaguar dude, and he was sitting there breaking down the fact that, man, shoot, I've done terrible things to my family. Shoot, I left a daughter in another, dimension before. So, I don't know. It's really well thought out, really well packaged. I guess it's actually a 10 because the thing is, like, I don't think I've seen Rick and Morty episode like this. It's very distinct.
Nah, I haven't.
Man, I'm gonna have to go back through that and look at it again.
Yeah. Like, it's so crazy because, like, in hindsight, like, if you think about this episode from the end going back towards the beginning and not, you know, from beginning to end. It's like, when you think of it going from the end back towards the beginning, it's like, how do you get from, you know, having this deep, thought-provoking, you know, therapy session? It was like legit. It was like a legit therapy session.
Yeah.
And this man turning himself into a pickle. Like, the two ideas are like so unrelated and just random, but it's so good. Like, what the heck?
They drew it all together.
What the heck? I'm like, this is like, if someone was like, had a storyboard of like pitch this idea to me at like some type of like press conference or like any type of like boardroom, like, hey, this is the idea for it, pitch this idea for this episode, I was like, yo, like, we're gonna make this guy into a pickle, and you know, of course, but just by that statement alone, I'm like, yo, this is gonna be filler. Like, this is just gonna be completely random, action driven and everything. But no, like this episode was like deep, and I was like, dang, this is crazy.
Yeah,
this is crazy. I love this episode, yo. It has a lot of replay value.
I might legit look at it again after this before I go to bed. I didn't think I would, but I'm legitimately thinking about, man, I missed something. And I think the thing is that with this show, whenever something happens, whenever an episode does happen, it changes the dynamic for everything. Like, it's not like a Simpsons episode where something happens and you go back to renege. Like, even Beth and Rick's conversation in the car, you know what I'm saying? Like, that cemented them that they've had growth. Even if they didn't want to admit it. Like, there's something progressive going on. I think that ever since Beth got divorced, you know, I felt like there's open discussion that has to happen for people to move forward. So I think the show is just a genius. It was a great episode. I don't have anything more. You got anything else?
No, it's like I feel like you guys are not trying to entertain me anymore. It's like you guys are educating to a degree. I'm like, what the heck? Is this show designed to do that? Yeah. Like, I didn't expect it at all. Yeah. Yeah, this is a great episode, man. It's great. These guys, these writers, man, they're creative, brilliant.
Yeah, this is some legitimately good writers. But we gotta go. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Talk to you guys later. Peace, everybody.